Understanding dark psychology. The basics. Before diving into the techniques, it's crucial to understand what dark psychology entails. It encompasses a range of methods derived from psychology, neurolinguistic programming, NLP, and emotional manipulation. The goal is to influence others' thoughts, behaviors, or decisions, sometimes without them realizing it. It's a powerful skill set that, when wielded responsibly, can enhance communication and achieve desired outcomes. However, it's essential to remember that these techniques should not be used with malicious intent or to harm others. Ethical considerations should always be at the forefront when applying dark psychology tactics. The power of the triad: influence, manipulation, and persuasion. The foundation of dark psychology is built upon three core components: influence, manipulation, and persuasion. Understanding these elements and how they interconnect is the first step in mastering the art of control. Influence involves guiding someone's thoughts or actions in a subtle yet powerful manner. It's about steering conversations and decisions in your favor without overt force. Manipulation tends to have a more negative connotation because it involves altering someone's perception or behavior through deceptive or indirect tactics. Persuasion, on the other hand, is considered a more positive approach and focuses on convincing others through reasoning and emotional appeal. When used together, these components can shape conversations and situations to your advantage, making others more likely to comply with your wishes. Trick 1. The power of silence. One of the most underrated yet highly effective psychological tactics is the use of silence. In a world filled with noise, silence can be a powerful tool to gain control over any interaction. When you strategically pause during a conversation, it creates a sense of tension and compels the other person to fill the void. This can lead them to reveal more information, agree to your suggestions, or feel uncomfortable enough to comply just to break the silence. How to use it. When negotiating or making a request, state your case clearly and then remain silent. Maintain steady eye contact and do not fidget. The silence will make the other party anxious and more inclined to agree just to alleviate the discomfort. Why it works. Silence puts psychological pressure on the other person. They feel the need to speak up and justify their position, often leading them to reveal more than they intended or agree to your terms to escape the unease. Trick 2. The foot in the door technique. The foot in the door technique is a classic psychological tactic that works wonders when trying to get someone to agree to a bigger request. The idea is to first ask for something small, something the person is very likely to agree to. Once they've complied with the initial request, it's much easier to get them to agree to a larger request. How to use it. Start by asking for a small favor, such as borrowing a pen or requesting a minor adjustment in a project. Once they agree, gradually build up to your main request, which could be something significantly more substantial. Why it works. This technique is based on the principle of consistency. People like to view themselves as consistent in their actions and beliefs. After agreeing to a small request, they're more likely to agree to a larger one to remain consistent with their initial behavior. Trick 3. The authority principle. Humans are hardwired to follow authority figures. The authority principle states that people are more likely to comply with someone they perceive as an authority or expert in a given field. By positioning yourself as an authority, you can gain trust, respect, and compliance. How to use it. Establish your authority by demonstrating expertise, sharing credentials, or leveraging your position. When making a request or suggestion, refer to your experience or qualifications to strengthen your argument why it works. People have been conditioned since childhood to obey authority figures, such as parents, teachers, and leaders. When you present yourself as an authority, others are more likely to respect and comply with your directives. Trick 4. The reciprocity principle. Reciprocity is a fundamental psychological principle that dictates that people are more likely to give back or reciprocate when they receive something. This principle can be used to your advantage by giving something of value first, which can be as simple as a compliment, a small gift, or useful information. The recipient then feels a subconscious obligation to return the favor. How to use it. Offer a genuine compliment or helpful advice before making your request. Alternatively, provide something tangible, like a small treat or token of appreciation. Why it works. The reciprocity principle is deeply ingrained in human social behavior. When someone receives something, they feel an inherent need to reciprocate, making them more inclined to agree to a request or offer help. Trick 5. The scarcity principle. Scarcity is a psychological driver that taps into the fear of missing out, FOMO. When something is perceived as rare or limited, its value increases exponentially. The scarcity principle can be leveraged to create urgency and prompt immediate action. How to use it. Highlight the scarcity of what you're offering, whether it's a limited time offer, a product in short supply, or a rare opportunity. Use phrases like, "only a few left," or "this offer ends soon," to create a sense of urgency. Why it works. People fear loss more than they value gain. The thought of missing out on something valuable triggers a strong emotional response, making them more likely to act quickly to secure it. Trick 6. The contrast principle. The contrast principle is a cognitive bias where people perceive things differently based on comparison. By juxtaposing two scenarios, you can make one option appear significantly more appealing than it would be on its own. How to use it. When negotiating, present an unattractive option first, followed by the option you actually want the person to choose. For instance, suggest a higher price or a less favorable deal initially, and then present your desired offer as a compromise. Why it works. By comparing a less desirable option to the one you want them to choose, you make the latter appear much more favorable, increasing the likelihood of acceptance. Trick 7. The use of emotional triggers. Humans are emotional creatures, and decisions are often driven more by emotions than by logic. By understanding and leveraging emotional triggers, such as fear, curiosity, excitement, or guilt, you can sway decisions and behaviors effectively. How to use it. Frame your message in a way that appeals to the person's emotions. For example, if you want to persuade someone to adopt a healthier lifestyle, focus on the potential regret they might feel if they don't take action now, or the joy they'll experience when they achieve their health goals. Why it works. Emotional appeals bypass logical reasoning and directly influence how people feel, which can lead to quicker and more impactful decision-making. Trick 8. The power of suggestion. The power of suggestion involves subtly planting ideas in someone's mind in a way that makes them believe the thought originated from themselves. This can be achieved through clever phrasing, leading questions, or embedding commands within conversation. How to use it. Use phrases like, "you might want to consider," or "many people find that." These statements nudge the person towards a specific thought or decision without overtly directing them. Why it works. When people believe an idea is their own, they are more committed to it and less likely to resist. The power of suggestion makes the target feel in control, increasing their willingness to comply. Trick 9. The social proof principle. Social proof is a psychological phenomenon where people look to others' behaviors and actions to determine what is correct or desirable. This principle can be harnessed to influence decisions by showing that others are already doing or believing what you want the person to do. How to use it. Mention statistics, testimonials, or examples of others who have taken the desired action. Phrases like, "join thousands of satisfied customers," or "everyone is talking about this," leverage social proof effectively. Why it works. Humans are social creatures and often follow the herd instinct. When they see others engaging in a behavior or adopting a belief, they are more likely to do the same. Thank you very much. Don't forget to subscribe for more video.